If you don't ask, you don't get. I'm going to say that again. If you don't ask, you don't get. Out of sight, out of mind.
Welcome to the No Limits Podcast, where limits do not exist, where you can create cash flow, equity, and real freedom with the power of real estate.
3, 4. Now, we will begin.
Welcome to the dojo. The dojo.
9 ways to get a monster wholesale deal before the end of the year. That's the topic of today's show. This is Todd Toback, and welcome to the No Limits Real Estate Investing Podcast. If this is the first time listening to the show, or you have not been to our website, head on over to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com, and I have a gift for you. It's the No Limits Wholesaling Map, the massive action plan. And whether you are scratching and clawing your way to your first deal, or you've done a few and now you're trying to grow your business to 7 or 8 figures, and you're trying to separate yourself, right? Have a machine that throws off cash month after month after month without you. Okay, this map, massive action plan blueprint, will show you how to get there. So go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com. Doesn't that sound nice, by the way? This business has been just so amazing to me, so amazing to our listeners. And this morning, I just woke up and was thinking how blessed I was. And I really want this podcast to be a blessing for you. So as we wind down to the end of the year, my gift to you would be a nice, fat, juicy, profitable wholesale deal. And I'm talking about, let's talk 40, 50, 60, maybe even a 100K deal right underneath your nose. Now, I can tell you this, that one of my mentors, Dan Sullivan, says that the job of an entrepreneur is to take something from a lower level of utilization to a higher level of utilization. And so you will notice that throughout today's episode, the 9 ways to get a monster wholesale deal, by the end of the year, you are actually going to find things that are being not used or wasted or not being used to their highest level of utilization. That's where we're going to squeeze more money out of your business or other people's businesses, okay, with very little money output. Now, if you have money, that's great, but these 9 ways you can do whether you're completely broke or if you've got a few $100,000 in the bank. So the number one way to get a monster deal before the end of the year is I want you to call up other wholesalers in your market who have a driving for dollars list and ask them if you can call their lead. So what is a driving for dollars list? Well, there is a great app out there called Deal Machine, and our team uses this. It is just so awesome. I did a podcast on this specifically, how we did an awesome wholesale deal on a house right down my block, right? Where this app, you are driving, and if you see a vacant house, you can use the app, you take a picture, and automatically the owner's information just pops up, which is awesome. And you can call that person, you could send them a postcard, you could send them a text message, a ringless voicemail, right? And that is just awesome, right? And by the way, I highly recommend that you use that tool in your business. So go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/drive, nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/drive. If you want to use that app, I highly recommend it to get leads, even going into next year, right? And by the way, you'll get a free trial on the best pricing that they currently have. Make sure you use code No Limits. That's our affiliate code. But that's not the context of how we are going to do this. This is the interesting thing, is that going in your car and taking pictures of properties, right? It's very sexy. It's very like HGTV. Oh, this is fun. Let's go look at properties, right? And people go there and they take pictures, pap, 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 and they'll drive around. And life gets in the way, they get distracted, and guess what they never do? They never call these people, okay? Well, their loss is now both of your gain, all right? I'll repeat that. Their loss is now both of your gain. True story, okay? So I recently said, team, we got to hit our goal. We have a monster fourth quarter goal, and I went through some of these 9 ways that we can get some more deals, and in our market, I went personally, right? And I posted in some Facebook groups and I said, hey,
who has a driving for dollars list that they are not utilizing, right? That you're not calling. And someone in my local market, right, responded back to me and said, Todd, I've got 2,500 uncalled, untexted, uncontacted driving for dollars leads. No joke. True story. Just happened. Right. And this is in San Diego. And I'm like, ding, 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 ding. And of course, just like other entrepreneurs, this gentleman has other businesses and he's busy and, he's a doer, but this is not his number one priority today, right? Like many entrepreneurs or solopreneurs, they're distracted by multiple projects. So this is where you can use your laser focus to collaborate and get a win-win. I said, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we call your driving for dollars leads for you? You don't need to do anything, right? We'll skip trace them, right? That means that we will get the phone numbers for you. We'll do all the calling. We will do all the closing and we will do all the selling and we will give you 20% of the profit. Okay. Now, why would they agree to do this? Well, number one, because we're doing everything, right? We're getting the phone numbers, we're doing the cold calling, we're doing the appointments, we're locking up the contracts, we're going to sell it for top dollar, right? But if they want more of the deal, say, hey, great, if you want to call, right? Well, then, I will help you lock up the deal, right? Or if you want to lock it up, right? You want us to sell it, we'll split it 50-50. So it depends on who's doing what, but that's not the point. My long story short is that right now there are thousands of people who probably have gone around and have taken pictures of houses using the app and have not called. All right. So if I were you and if I was looking to do a monster wholesale deal before the end of the year with little or no cost and help out another wholesaler and build that relationship, I would partner with another wholesaler on their driving for dollars list. You got get a little proactive, post in some Facebook groups, private message people, go to your local RIAs or go to the online meetups, right? But ask people, build trust, show them what you can do, okay, and make some money together. All right, number 2 is call up other wholesalers and ask them if you can sell their unsellable deals. Now, I can tell you that many wholesalers have not really taken the time to build up a great cash buyers list, right? Most of them have their top 2, 3, 4 buyers, and they've gotten really lazy here. And so if they have a mediocre deal and their buyers don't want to buy it or doesn't fit their criteria, they're kind of SOL. They're kind of stuck with the property here. So now this is where, if you've been listening to this podcast and you're disciplined, you're building that cash buyers list, where you could partner with other people and now sell their deals. And I've done many deals this way where we've made $20, $30, even $40,000 on deals that other people didn't want, where because we were more established in that market and we had a better buyers list, better negotiation skills, we were able to help out us and other wholesalers. So by the way, networking with other wholesalers in your market is a phenomenal thing to do. All right. Number 3. All right, is take your entire database of sellers. These are the people who you've cold called or contacted or you've texted, and you want to now recontact these people, especially your inbound leads from direct mail. All right, now many people have just leads just sitting there and they haven't contacted them, and for whatever reason, they were not ready at that time. Now think about it, right? Whenever we do marketing and we send it out, for someone to raise their hand and say, I want to sell my house right now for a discount, they have to be ready at that exact moment. It's like lightning strike, right? How can we expect to find that person at the exact time they wanted to sell their property? That is like hitting the lottery, right? Or getting struck by lightning. And I can tell you, I don't want to run my business that way. So we continually hit people over and over and over again in a multitude of ways. So by the end of the year, take all your list, right? The people who have contacted you, who've had conversation, and load them up to a dialer. Now, I can tell you what, our team recently started using a new dialer. It's called Batch Dialer, and this thing is like it's like a machine gun. If you've ever seen the movie Predator back in the day, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger has this machine gun, and it's like a circular, the chamber, right? Just like turns, like
like a car wheel, and the bullets just flying out of this thing. And I can tell you, our cold callers and our lead managers just love this thing because we can blow through, 800 to 1,000 leads a day, have a ton of conversations. And the awesome thing about this tool is that it automatically detects a voicemail. So when it hits voicemail, you can leave a pre-recorded message such as, "Hey, this is Todd. I know we spoke earlier in the year about selling your property. Didn't seem like you were really interested in doing business then, but I tell you what, we're looking to buy another house by the end of the year, pay all cash, buy it as is with no fees to you. If that's something that you want to talk about and getting your house sold by the end of the year, give me a call, 619-555-1212." Right? And so you can drop that voicemail, plus talk to a bunch of people and revive these deals. We absolutely love this tool. Okay. And if you go through our affiliate link, go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/dialer, you will get their best pricing, also a free trial. So nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/dialer, and you will get their best pricing plus a free trial. We absolutely love Batch Dialer. And by the way, I would never recommend anything that we would not use ourselves. All right. Next step here is you want to take your database and SMS and ringless voicemail the entire thing, in addition to calling them. Now, you want to stagger this, right? If you're going to be calling on one day, then text the next and ringless voicemail. But man, before the end of the year, all right, let's rock all these things. We're going to call, we're going to text, we're going to ringless voicemail, all right? If you want to hit on the mail campaign, that's fine, but we are pushing and we're going to extract a monster deal for you. By the way, if you hit this, if you get one of these deals from this, I want to hear about it. So email support@nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com. I'm just getting excited just doing this podcast today. All right, next, I want you to call 10 real estate agents in your sphere of influence. So probably if you've been at this for any length of time, or even if you're brand new, or somebody maybe sold your own house, or somebody sold your mom's house, your dad's house, call up 10 real estate agents in your area and tell them that you're looking to buy a house for cash as is by the end of the year. All right. Now you might think, I don't know 10. Believe me, you know 10, or you know somebody who knows 10. So all it takes is one person that you know who might know 10. Something that you can do by the end of the year, by the way, is go into a real estate agent's office, right, and do a quick talk, right? Bring in lunch for everybody or bring in breakfast and do a quick talk on what you do and sponsor their morning meeting. Right? They have these usually once a month. I'm not sure how it works with COVID, but I guarantee you can get 10 people in there and do a quick presentation on what you do and how they can double in the transaction, right? And basically make twice the commission. By selling to you, you're going to make it really easy. You handle tough situations. You buy with tenants, you buy with stuff. You just can handle it all, right? And now you become that go-to. I've also done that with escrow companies. By the way, I did a $380,000 deal from referral from an escrow company. Also from that, I met a contact that has sent me deals, probably totaling me millions of dollars in profit. And so you never know where this is going to lead. So talk to 10 agents in your sphere of influence. And if you only know one, then get the other 9 from that one. All right. Now we're getting good. I can tell you what, this year was the year of referral in our real estate investing business. Our biggest deals, okay, came from personal referral, and that is because we asked. We asked for referrals. If you don't ask, you don't get. I'm going to say that again. If you don't ask, you don't get. Out of sight, out of mind. So call your previous sellers that you've done business with, as many as you could think of, and say, do you know of anybody that I can help? Right? And I can tell you that they will do all the selling for you. Man, all you got to do is ask. So go back, send a letter, send a text, maybe a voice memo, or just have that conversation. Say, we would really, really, really appreciate it if you could pass on our name and number. And believe me, you are going to generate business. All right. Now, this one is great because this is like, a lot of people call me the OG in this business. I'm currently 43 years old. And so, there's the new generation has now officially arrived. And so all you youngsters are going to really enjoy this one. And that is partner with a local influencer who has a following in your local market. So in our local markets, there are people who have massive followings on their local Facebook pages. All right. So look for local Facebook pages that are involved in their community. People maybe who talk about events or people who like to talk about the news. They just post about stuff in your local city and they have an active following. All right. So what I'd like you to do is look for those in your town. Look for local Facebook pages or local YouTube channels or local Instagram accounts, right? And they've got to have a big following. You're looking for, at least 5,000 followers, preferably. I would offer to give them a small monthly fee. And I'd also agree to have them agree to, or you agree to give them a small part of every deal, maybe $500. Of course, check with your attorney to make sure that you're complying with legality there. But we have done that. And I can tell you what, when you have someone who has credibility in your market, they have a local celebrity status, they can promote what you do and your company and build trust, right? It's like being on the TV or the radio. The internet has really, really, really made that a possibility. So partner with a local influencer and have some kind of Thanksgiving or Christmas special. Make yourself known in the community. Maybe give away some turkeys to some families that need it for Thanksgiving, but get out there and have them share what you do and their trust of you. All right. Now, here's the last one. And I'm talking, let's get out there. Let's go out of the year here punching, all right? Let's fight to the bell. I want you to pull all the distressed lists. Now, what are distressed lists? Those are people who are behind on taxes, people who are on foreclosure, people who have code violations, people who have an inherited property, people who are going through probate, people who have liens on their property, all right? And one of the fastest ways that you can get these lists, right, is go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/data. nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/data. And if you go there, there's an awesome tool through PropStream, and you can pull all of these lists in an instant, right? You put in your zip code, your area, boom, you get them. These are going to be your best leads, the people who have the most immediate needs. Now, I happen to love owner-occupied properties, and those take a little bit longer. But the distress list, those are like the timing. So earlier in this episode, I talked about, trying to, get that lightning strike or hit the lottery. But with the distress list, what I like about those, even though they're more competitive, you're going to find someone in that right moment. Okay. So you want to pull that distress list, right? Go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/data. Okay. You can also get a free trial there with our code no limits. And very, very important that you call, right? You text, you ring this voicemail, and you send out postcards if you can. And by the way, do that today. Do not wait. The holidays are quickly approaching. And so make it happen. Go out swinging for the year so that you could bring that momentum, okay, into next year. By the way, very, very important. Okay. Forget New Year's resolutions. Okay. It begins right now. Okay. By the time the year has started, hey, I'll be preaching to start then, right? It's nonstop for me, but you are way better off treating today as you're listening to this podcast as the new year. All right. So I'm going to quickly review this. Number one, call other wholesalers who have a driving for dollars list and ask if you can call on their leads. Number two, call up other wholesalers and ask if you can sell their unsellable deals. Number three, take your entire database, load it up to a dialer. Don't forget to go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/dialer, okay, to use the dialer that we use, and tell them that you're looking to close a deal by the end of the year. You want to text and ring this voicemail your entire database. You want to call 10 real estate agents in your sphere of influence or find one who has a sphere of influence. You want to call 5 sellers who have been doing the, I skipped this one. Wow, I've got a bonus one. All right, here we go. Actually, I'll come back to that at the end. You want to call up the last 20 sellers that you have done business with and ask for a referral. You want to partner with a local influencer who has a following and ask to do some videos or some audios together with some promotions. Also, you want to get the distress list from a data company and call every day before the end of the year. To get that data, go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com/data. All right, so this is the bonus. You want to call 5 sellers up who have been kicking the can down the road, right? Everybody has these sellers in the database where they say, call me next month, call me next week, call me next year, right? And they've been sitting there, for a while, right? So call these 5 people here. And what we got to do is a pattern interrupt, right? You got to change something, right? So right now, if I go, right, that's a pattern interrupt or me saying, oh, I forgot this last one, right? You're like, wow, this is different. Something has changed here. So we got to shake this up with a seller. So I want you to go back and I want you to identify those 5 sellers and just get really direct with them and say, hey, listen, we've been talking for 3 months. You've been thinking about selling your property. What is holding you back? What's holding you back? Should I just go away? Do you hate me? Right? Do something outrageous, not unprofessional or rude, but just mix it up, right? Be very, very direct and get them to maybe tell you something that they weren't telling you. Now, you may have 5 here. This is not going to work every time, but I'll tell you what, you're going to get maybe 1 or 2 off the fence, and that's all you need for that nice, fat, juicy, profitable deal. Now, remember to go to nolimitsrealestateinvesting.com, download the map. Don't forget to share this episode, right? Copy and paste the link with your friends, your colleagues, your teammates, right? Get them juiced before the end of the year. Copy and paste the text link, right? The shareable link, and text it to people who need to hear it. Also, we love your reviews on iTunes. We're going to start actually giving away some prizes for this, but I'm just grateful for all of you, and I cannot wait to talk to you next year. Talk to you soon.